Hello, all. Welcome into our tarot spread for the rest of the week ahead. I've been traveling and am home now. Yay! 6 weeks to the day after leaving, we are back home. Happy to be. Just a few days ago, I celebrated 7 years in a row of daily meditation. So for 2,555 days, every day, I've done some sort of meditation, some form of meditation, and awesome. Can't recommend it enough. If you're considering starting some sort of mindfulness practice, it will change your life if you're consistent with it. I promise you. And now actually I'm over 7 years of meditation because it's been a few days. So yay me. And here we go. Here we go with our tarot spread for the week ahead, or rest of the week ahead, because it's Wednesday where I am in California. I am using the Antique Anatomy Tarot by Claire Goodchild. This is a brand new deck I bought while I was back home visiting my family in Rochester, New York. I got it at the Unreliable Narrator bookstore in Village Gate in Rochester. And I love that name, Unreliable Narrator. Thumbs up. Loved them. Loved the store. If I lived there, I'd be there at least once a week. Although I genuinely do not need any more tarot decks. This was sort of a celebratory present to myself for celebrating 7 years of meditation. And actually, in just a few days, it'll be 7 years of yoga straight for me too. So, hey, whatever change you're thinking about, whatever goal, whatever habit, I promise you, you can do it. If anyone has any questions on how to better set habits, please feel free to ask me. I'm pretty much an expert at this point. Or at least an expert in what works for me, and could probably give you helpful suggestions as to what would work for you. And as I was shuffling the deck, a card popped out begging to be noticed. And that's right, my friends, that card is justice. And justice has been coming up a lot for us. And that's understandable because the world right now is desperately in need of justice, of fairness, of truth, of balance. And I try to be optimistic. I was voted most optimistic in high school. That's true. But I also tend to be a realist. Being optimistic does not mean that you're blindly positive. It means that you see the truth, you see the facts, and you choose to be positive about it, or you choose to take the most positive or productive path. Again, it isn't toxic positivity. It doesn't mean everything's going to be fine, because everything is not fine. I think we all know this at this point. So justice, I'm going to call that our theme of the week. Probably our theme for the next year to 4 years. And justice encourages you to fight for what's right. It encourages you to fight for your truth. It encourages you to fight and defend your values. It might be fighting for people who are less fortunate than you. It might be standing up for and fighting for justice for those who are less fortunate than you, and those who are in positions where maybe they can't stand up or fight for themselves. And just know that this is definitely a vibe we've got. It's definitely a theme we've got going on, like I said, for the past couple of weeks, and probably for the next 1 to 4 years. Who knows? But I choose to remain optimistic. I really do. And like I said, that doesn't mean that I'm turning a blind eye to anything, the multitude of what is happening here in this country, in the world. But it does mean I'm choosing to focus on positive, productive steps I can take to help make a positive difference. And I'd like to think that in some small way, maybe some superficial way, having these tarot readings to give people a little perspective helps. So we've got our Wednesday, Thursday cards. I guess today is Wednesday, but hey, whatever, Wednesday. We have Queen of Coins. So again, this could be for Wednesday. This could be for a vibe for the next 48 hours. Just know if you're feeling it, and that's cool. So our Queen of Coins is really about taking care of ourselves. It's about nurturing ourselves. It's about really taking care of our physical selves. Make sure you're getting enough rest. Make sure you're moving your body as gently as you need to, but make sure you're moving your body. Make sure you're drinking enough water, staying hydrated. Choose good foods, whatever that means to you. It's okay to squeeze in some comfort food if you need to. I mean, comfort food can be healthy, let's be honest, but if you feel like a little trashy comfort food, Queen of Pentacles or Queen of Coins is not going to judge you on this. Find that comfort, however that is for you. But specifically, because coins or pentacles are our physical selves, there are material things, there are things we can touch, things we can sense, things we can touch, things that we can taste, feel. Know that this is more, taking care of your physical self. Maybe surrounding yourself. This doesn't mean buying things, but things in your home that give you comfort. Wrap yourself up in a good robe and watch some TV, catch up on some of your reality TV or whatever it is, whatever brings you comfort. For me, that would be classic movies. But yeah, take comfort. Take comfort in the physical. Hey, take comfort in the physical, whatever that means to you. But that's our Queen of Coins for Wednesday / moving into Thursday because it's late. For Thursday, we have the Three of Wands. They're called rods in this deck. But yeah, we have the three of Wands. And this is about starting to move forward with your plans. This idea, maybe it is this action that you want to take for justice. Maybe it's, attending a protest, or you have an idea for, could even be you have a really good idea for a protest sign. It could be you have an idea for an organization, or something you want to create is really our Three of Wands energy here. And Thursday's a good day to get started on that. Thursday's a good day to look at those plans and say, okay, taking the first step. It doesn't have to be a big step. Never has to be a big step, except for maybe our Fool leap with the Fool card, but never has to be a big step. But we're taking notice. We're taking notice of that plan. We've done the prep. We have the idea. We're ready to act on it. So let's do it. Thursday, Three of Wands. Let's see who we have for Friday. Kind of like shuffling live. I think the last one I've done, I already had the cards pulled. Is that true? Maybe not. I don't know. But I like shuffling live. So, I'm really pulling these cards. The deck was not stacked. Ha ha. All right. Oh, and we've got two that popped out here. I know a lot of tarot readers don't necessarily read jumpers. These are the cards that kind of pop out of the deck on us. I do. I feel like if a card pops up, it's one that wants us to see it. Can we see the bottom of that there? Sort of. So here we go, Friday. Friday is Ace of Swords, or in this deck, it's Blades. And this is, what's our thought here? What's that little thought? Much like we've got some plans for whatever we want to create, pay attention to thoughts that come up. New thoughts, like an initial seed of a thought, a little baby thought that comes into your head. Probably regarding this, probably regarding what these plans are for what we're creating and what we're bringing into the world. Could also be something that comes up when you're taking your self-care, when you are just kind of chilling out, relaxing, and taking care of yourself. What thoughts come up? What ideas come up that really feel like they mean something? Like I said, we're looking for those small little seeds that you're like, what if? And then follow that, and really play with what if. What if this happened? What if it all worked out? What if I tried to do this? And since swords are our suit of, there are mental energies, there are thoughts, their focus, their clarity. Try to pay attention to what really kind of cuts through. Swords cutting through. But yeah, pay attention to what really seems to cut through. And that's the thought, that's the idea that we should be following here. Then we have Saturday. We got two aces. I swear to you, I shuffled these. I did shuffle these actually, which is why we have two aces in a row, because otherwise that wouldn't happen the way a deck is. So we have our Ace of Rods, and oh no, I'm sorry, we have the Page of Rods. And Page of Rods, Page of Wands. Ooh, this is a little firecracker energy. This is an energy of just playful creativity, of really letting that fire burn, letting that imagination burn, really playing. Like, we paid attention to this. We noticed the idea that was kind of cutting through. We noticed our action or our desire that was cutting through. Page of Wands tells us to play with it. Play with it. Have fun. Again, let that fire burn out of control. Once we get clear on what it is, let that fire burn out of control. Let it play with it. Imagination, I really just, I keep coming back to play, obviously, but it really is a childlike energy. It really is an energy of following all the roads, following the, what if there was a Tyrannosaurus Rex with a rainbow clown wig who breathed glitter? It's really just following those sort of childlike, crazy ideas and seeing what happens. So whatever this clarity, whatever this idea was, whatever these plans are, get a little silly with it. Get a little silly with it. Play with it. Have fun. Have fun. We all deserve some fun right now. On Saturday, have fun with that. Maybe part of your self-care is daydreaming or doodling or drawing, these sort of ridiculous. I don't mean ridiculous like they're wrong. I just mean ridiculous like it is a Tyrannosaurus Rex in a clown wig breathing glitter. So yeah, just pay attention to that. Pay attention to those things on Saturday. We got one more. We've got Sunday, and we are shuffling, and it's a new deck. I actually did a 2-minute shuffle with the deck before I started recording this video, so I swear to you it has been shuffled. All right. Do a little bit more, and if we don't get a jumper, we'll pull for Sunday. But I like doing the jumpers because, like I said, those are the cards that I really feel need to be seen. Yeah, I believe there are some superstitions and some old school rules, I guess you could say, with tarot. I'm not a big believer in them. Not necessarily. I feel like, you do you. You do you. You want to buy yourself your first deck instead of somebody gifting you a first deck, go right ahead. The important thing is that you feel comfortable, and this one keeps popping up out of here, so we're going to go with this guy. And this is Five of Cups. Five of Cups is, I've come to befriend it a bit. It's one of those cards that people can be a little uncomfortable with, or that can seem a little scary. But it's one that I've sort of started to befriend and get more comfortable with. Let's see, can we see that? There we go. Again, Antique Anatomy Tarot, Claire Goodchild. Five of Cups is about a loss, that affects us emotionally and usually pretty deeply. And for me, Five of Cups is about moving through that grief. It's about processing it. It's about sitting with it. It's about spending so much time with it that it might become consuming. And so the message really for Five of Cups for me is absolutely feel that loss, absolutely feel that grief, absolutely take the time you need to process it, move through it. But also don't get so consumed by it that you don't look at what is around you. And I think this is a good a good message with us with our Justice card, because the chances are we feel quite a bit to grieve about right now. We feel quite a bit that there's quite a bit in this world that feels like a loss, or that feels upsetting, and truly upsetting on a deeply, deeply emotional level. Five of Cups tells us it's okay to feel that. It really is okay to feel that. It really is okay to process it. It really is okay to sit with it. But also don't become so consumed by it that you ignore the good. because I promise you there is good there. There is good in your life. It might be small, or it might feel small, but there is good. And Five of Cups tells us to to look for those small moments in our grief, in our loss, in our heartbreak, in our upsetness. Upsetness, I think that's a new word, but in all of that, there is still good, and it doesn't take away. It doesn't take away the pain. It doesn't erase it. Again, this is not about sweeping something under the rug and pretending everything's okay. That's really not what this is about. But it is about looking for the good. Don't get so consumed in the heartbreak, in the grief, in the loss, that you lose the good. And I think our Page of Wands kind of ties into that too. Like, keep that playful spirit, or find moments that feel playful. Find moments where you can play. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Treat yourself nicely. And then we do have some stuff about creating. We're making plans, or well, we've got plans, and we're looking for those thoughts, that clarity to execute, to begin. And as always in the past few weeks, we are fighting for justice. We are fighting for the truth. We're standing up for our values, and we're fighting for people who can't necessarily do that for themselves. So justice, fairness, fighting for truth, standing up for folks who can't stand up for themselves. Absolutely a theme continuing, which does not surprise me. Although I am sort of always amused or surprised when the same card comes up from different decks, because I've been using the same deck for the past month, I think, or 6 weeks. And I always like when I go to pull again and the same card shows up in another deck. So yeah, that's our vibe, our reading for the rest of the week ahead. The week of, what was this week? July 7th? Week of July 7th, 2025. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see and you'd like to see more, please subscribe. I would appreciate that. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, want to know about setting positive habits, please feel free to comment, and I will look forward to seeing you all next week. Have a good one.